my Bohem style DIY bead kit that comes directly from the Czech Republic. It's one of the 2 boxes that this company offers every month, and it's so cute. It comes in this little window box with all the supplies that you need for 2 pieces of jewelry, and on your insert right here, there's a code that you can type into your search engine and have a video tutorial with step-by-step instructions for assembling these pieces. So I'm going to show you what's in the kit this month, and I never do the 2 pieces because I love to make jewelry and do my own thing, and you're getting like high quality Czech glass beads and supplies, but you can do the 2 projects that the box is intended for, or you can use the beads and do your own thing. So it does come with everything that you need. This is actually from a past Bohem style box, my little rings that are out here, and I'll tell you what those are. I had these left over from, I think it was last year, they had these twisted rings and I didn't use all of mine. But in the kit for this month, you get an extender chain, wire guards, crimp beads, lobster claws, jump rings, crimp covers, your bead stringing wire. Like everything that you need is in here to make a really cool double strand necklace and a single strand bracelet. I'll pop the pictures. I just grabbed some screenshots out of the video to kind of show you the intended projects for the kit, and I'm going to do my own thing. So I'll pop up those pictures so you can see what you can make, and then here's going to be another idea for you. So I pulled out some rings that I just had in my stash. They're just quick links in silver, and some twisted jump rings that I had left over from a past Bohem style box, and I am going to do a really cool artisan wire wrapped articulated pendant today using some of the beads in the box. So let me just show you what the contents were. We got 2 of these gorgeous embossed hearts, 2-sided, just wonderful. This is one of my favorite beads in the box. I think this is going to be a little bit too big for my project today, but I really love that. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? It's 2-sided. It's just this beautiful open rose. That's the cool thing about Czech glass. It's such high quality glass beads. The embossing and the finishes, they're just, each piece is a little work of art. And then look at these gorgeous tulips. Now I'm going to pick up a few because there's some color variation in this glass, and even from side to side, I mean, how gorgeous is that? And then I love these disky beads. There are these little bit more chunky ones that are like wavy glass discs. And then there are these tiny little thin, you know, rondelle beads. We have some fire polished beads in 3 sizes. Looks like they're like the same finish. And I love these little half triangle beads. I should really have a piece of wire so I can get my fingers out of the way, but I'm excited to start wire wrapping, so I just wanted to show you. These are so sweet. I actually love these for bead embroidery, but I need some smaller beads for my pendant today. And then look at these drucks. A druck is a smooth round. It does not have any fluting or faceting or table cutting, but look at this like soft dove gray, and it's very opaque and super smooth and just perfect. And I love these oval beads with the fluting and the silver wash. Those are gorgeous. And like I said, we have fire polished beads in the gray, a beautiful pink with, looks like a metallic, goodness, this finish, it looks like a metallic Picasso to me. And there's a couple of sizes, and it's just such a pretty color palette of gray, white, and different pinks and silver. So pretty. Oh, there's also a fluted melon bead. Did I get everything? I think that, oh, this one, I don't want to forget this one. This is a really cool druck with a large hole. It's so beautiful. It looks like the old milk glass. So what a pretty color palette this month. I just love it. So like I said, do the 2 projects that the kit was intended for, or you can take off and do your own thing. So I have my Soft Flex craft wire here in 22 gauge. And I've just cut a few little strands off the spool because I'm going to embellish each one of these rings before I attach them together. So let me just make a little space here, and I'm actually going to use one of these fancy jump rings as my bail for my pendant. So, and I am going to see, I have out here enough to do like a double jump ring in between the sections of the pendant, because it just adds like a pretty architecture. I really like that. So let's start with the biggest one first, and I really think that I want to float this rose in this frame, but I don't want to do anything lined up on this pendant. Let me take my longest piece. I don't want to do anything lined up on this pendant. I just want it to be a little bit random and offset and just very, very artisan. So I am going to come to my first ring and just put my thumb over my, I'm going to pull it inside, and I usually just put my thumb over, you know, where I'm going to start wrapping. And this ring is kind of cool because I can maybe rest my wire right in one of the grooves. And so when I do this, I generally like my coils to be pretty close together, but you know, they don't have to be. Like when you're wrapping around a ring, you can really just have fun with it, especially if you're doing an asymmetrical design. So I'm just going to get a few wraps in there. And like I said, I don't stress over like the neatness, because I'll come in with my pliers and pull my wraps together. And, you know, like tighten it to the frame a little bit. And I can go ahead and get rid of this little tail. That's kind of a working wire. You need that little bit of extra wire just to get, you know, your leverage, get your thumb over it. So I'm going to continue to straighten, and I'm going to get my wire. Try not to kink it, but if you have nylon jaw pliers, that is really, really good for, you know, anything where you're wire wrapping. And these solid rings are also really good because you can really grab onto them. And then I'm just going to smooth my wire. If you warm your wire between your fingers and smooth it, you get a really nice result. And like I see that I'm not super tight here, so I'm going to just open and close my pliers gently and chase that wire around the ring. You know, I always like don't rush forward in what I'm making until I've fixed where I'm at. So now I am going to put this flower bead on and just have a look and see if I want to add anything else to it. I do have some craft store silver seed beads out here, which I might use for my smaller rings. But, oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty. And like I said, I do want it to be at an angle. And I don't know, I think I want to get some pink in here on this one. So maybe, so I'm gonna do that, and like I said, kind of at an angle, like maybe right about there. And I'm just gonna do that same thing, get my thumb over everything and get my wire, you know, through the ring. And same thing again, just kind of tidy them up. And I want to finish on the back side, what I'm going to deem as the back side. And on this quick link, this side is smooth and this side is diamond cut and sparkly. So this will be my last wrap for that. So I'm just going to pull that around and snip this little wire. That's going to be my only embellishment on this tier of my pendant. And then I'll just take a second to pull those wraps together, go to the back side, and I can see where my cut end is there. So do that same little thing where you're sort of chasing the wire around the frame. Just gently open and close the pliers as you go around the frame. And so I can't feel that at all with my finger. And then, you know, you can come in and adjust things if you want to. But look at that. I just love, love, love that. That is so pretty. Okay, let's choose a bead. Now, this is an actual jump ring, and there's a little space in there. And these are really sturdy jump rings. So I'm going to close it up really well before I get in here and start wire wrapping, because I don't want my wire to find that little space. I'm just gonna make sure it's metal to metal. These are cool because when they're closed well, you like literally can't see that it's a jump ring. Okay, I'm just doing the same thing on this ring to get ready to add an embellishment in the middle of the ring. Straighten out any kinks that I put in it. And let's see, what am I going to decide? I think I want to put this one here. And on this one, maybe one of these pink beads, a seed bead, a disc, a seed bead. I'm just going to play with creating a little pattern and kind of do the same thing that reaches the other side of my ring. Oh, that is perfect. And so when I attach these, I want them to be going in different directions. I don't want anything too lined up. So I'm going to bring this one over to this side a little bit, and again put my thumb over it and just get some wraps around the ring. Your pliers give you a lot of leverage. You know, it will kink your wire a little bit, but like this is all I'm going to add on this ring. So I'm not going to worry about kinking this wire that I'm going to cut away. Same thing again, just chase that cut part around. I always run my finger over it to make sure that I didn't kink it. And then I'm going to get a smaller width of wire. I'm going to get in some 24 gauge wire. Okay, so I just have, this is like literally out of my scrap bag. And for my last ring, I'm going to do something a little strange. I'm going to put this wire, as you see, I kind of bent it in the middle, and I'm going to wrap this start wrapping in the middle instead of on the end, and get a few wraps in here and get it nice and tight. And then I'm going to use that glass wavy disc bead to kind of lay it flat in the middle of this ring. Sometimes it's easier to stop talking and just show you. So I do try, especially on this, since it is a scrap of wire, but I'm trying not to kink it too much because I'm wrapping from the middle and I need it to be straight for when I come in with my bead. So I'm going to get those few wraps in there and nice and tight. Nylon jaw pliers if you put any kinks in your wire. And then I'm going to bring this toward the center and need all my wire, both of my wires, not all my wires, there's just two, but both of them coming toward the center of the ring. So get them nice and tight and in there, and then I'm going to string the bead on both of these wires in an unusual way. And so the reason that I went down to the smaller wire is because of the hole on this little glass disc. So I'm going to string it on with one wire coming from what I'm calling the bottom of the bead, and just put that in there. And then this other wire is going to go through the hole from the opposite direction and just pull as best I can without kinking. Now, as you can see, I have a wire coming up the back of the ring and the top of the ring, and I'm just going to wrap a few wraps around and snip these little wires away the same that I did. But that puts that disc bead kind of like flat in there, and I'm going to straighten this out a little bit too. Once I get it all situated, I'll straighten that as well. And I'm not going to worry about kinking this wire because this is all getting cut away. Okay, you guys, I don't know if my microphone is picking up the work being done in my yard, but I'm gonna pause. It'll just be a second for you, and I'll be back and show you how we're gonna connect this. Okay, you guys, I put my first jump ring. This is so gorgeous. It's magical the way that it floats. I just love it. And so I did a single jump ring on, connecting each of the rings, but I'm gonna go back and pop in a second jump ring beside those. These are such great jump rings. It is hard to find the opening, but there it is. I didn't even see it. So I'm going to pop in a second ring, like right beside the one that's already there, just for looks. Just adds a little something. Let me just show you. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I just love it. Okay, I'm going to add the last one, and then I'm going to use the largest ring that was in this package. And you guys, these were from a Craftica box from, I think, last year sometime, but I can link them for you because I found these in a gold silver assortment. So if you like these fancy jump rings, they're so good. You can actually use them as solid rings. I will put a link for you, but look at that. Isn't that so gorgeous? What a pendant. I could not love it more. It's just wonderful. So like in the summer, I like to wear stainless steel things, like if I'm by the pool or in and out of my spa. And I love this because I can put it on a stainless steel chain with all the grays and silvers and whites. It just really looks good with that. And then, stainless steel is really tough for like the moisture this time of year and sunscreen and all of that. This gorgeous little pendant. I know it's not like the best angle for you to see it, but it's so pretty. I will put up some better pictures at the end, and look at everything that I have left over. These hearts are just one of my favorite Czech glass shapes, so I think I have to do something with them. But you can do the two projects, as I said, that the kit is intended for, or you can just play in the beads. It's a beautifully curated color palette of Czech glass, and as you can see, it really sparks creativity. I will put a link to the Bohem style bead box, and also Craftica, this company that makes Bohem style. They also do another box called Czech Beads Exclusive, and I always do that review and project in a separate video, so I will put those links in the description box as well. And I hope you'll do all the YouTube things. Subscribe, leave me a comment. I know so many of you watch on your TVs, but when you're on your mobile device, pop in and say hi. I would just love to know if you're out there, and I even love to know what bead boxes you guys get every month. Leave me a comment and let me know. It kind of tells me if a lot of you are getting the same box, then maybe I'll do an extra video on that one just for more ideas. It's fun, to sense of community. Okay, see you in the next video.